Is up, everybody? I'm Mattiker, and welcome to Danganronpa, the stream version. Alright, so, for those of you who don't know, the people who have backed me since this channel was just part of my base Gmail account, I used to do these streams for them, and they really loved it. So when I made the switch here, I wanted to make sure that the live stream still stayed intact, just, you know, for them. I didn't want to leave behind the people that, you know, made me want to make this stream in the first place. I see Cryo's already here. Hey, man. So these live streams are going to be here first, and then later I'm going to upload them to my main channel as just a regular video. The videos aren't caught up yet. We're here on Chapter 3. I believe that I just finished making the Chapter 2 video for the channel, but you'll get to see all that later. Alright, let's load back up into Chapter 3. When we left off, both Hifumi and Taka were just gone. They're super dead. Two murders in like under 5 minutes. And look, already there. I have not checked my email yet, Cryo, but I'm sure I did get the thumbnail. If I didn't, I'll send you a message and we'll find out what happened. But thank you so much for doing that. I'm still very much learning, and I haven't taught myself how to make thumbnails yet. That's on my list of things to do. Right now, I'm just trying to nail down the editing software, but once I get that, I'm going to teach myself how to make thumbnails, and then I'm going to go back to all of my previous videos and put real thumbnails on them so they're not just like ugly pictures of me with my face cam, just like, ah! Yeah, Taka's gone lazy, I'm sorry. Hifumi's body, discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body, discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to two nightmares, one right after the other. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. A true nightmare is this reality, the reality I have to face every day. But still, why is this happening? Good input, guys. Well, I see she's unconscious. What is this hammer? Does it say 4 on it? Another hammer. Now it's the Justice Hammer 4, and it's even bigger than before. Is that suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too? What'd you like better, regular Taka or Super Saiyan Taka? Let's talk to Sakura. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetting. Taka. Damn it, why did this happen? Looks like I can examine the blood. The floor is covered in Taka's drying blood. Toko? Don't tell me Toko too? Relax, she just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Oh, that's right. When Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh? We tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. It's like he said, I should just leave her alone for now.
However...
But why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, then Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2, but this time it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3? Oh, they don't know. Oh, what's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me. Out with it, do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Hifumi's dead too. What? Hey! Hifumi's been killed? Yeah. Which is why you came to get us. Then we'd better go check it out. Of course, come on! So Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab... Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. Yeah, I heard Hifumi is dead, right? Well, that is not all. It is... gone. Huh? What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did you say?
What? What are you talking about? It's disappeared. Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious? Quick theory, Hifumi's not dead, but someone else is. What? Are you serious? What the heck is happening here? Everyone back to the nurse's office. I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office completely out of breath. I couldn't believe my eyes. Hifumi's body was just there a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared? Hina? Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but we were only gone for like a minute. And then, when we got back...
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys died.
What did
I
you
don't
say?
believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural. Hold on. What do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be. No!
Hina.
Hina, calm down. We're all gonna die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might the next target be? Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room. You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
Huh?
So she is still unconscious. Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect that clings to me whenever I go. We'd be better off without her. You bastard! Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop. Everyone stop fighting! Right now we need to hurry back! I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die! Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I will never forgive you. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed, and when we got there... Not dead. Toko! Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there was something very different here. I'm gonna have a fun time figuring this out. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right there, had disappeared. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all of this or something? No, it's not an hallucination. I know I saw it before, and what I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What? Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing this crime spree. We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. Huh? Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well,
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
it is so.
After that, we split into 2 groups. And now, this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only one who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a second! Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love? That's not it at all!
That's fine.
Well, anyway, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule's in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they were to break that rule... Mince you without a second thought! Mince you, grind you, turn you into paste. By the way, did you know that fish paste can also be referred to shellfish, like shrimp or crabs? Good input, Monokuma. Solid. I am drinking beer, thank you. It's a Saturday night, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Oh, poor Taka. Yeah, Pichu, everything is odd right now. I don't know what's going on. This is definitely not as straightforward as the other two cases were, and those other two cases were not straightforward at all. Indeed.
Let's see.
So since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more. Unless they were killed by 2 different people, you're forgetting that...
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words.
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. The 2 missing bodies? 2 people have been killed, and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who could have done it, is Hiro. But is he really the killer? Ryan actually did migrate. He just is... I don't know. He's probably asleep right now, honest. I know he migrated because I know him in real life. So, I would take him down if he didn't. I just beat him up. You know, with these muscles right here. But is he really the killer? And what about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey, Makoto, what's the matter? Huh? No, it's nothing. Whatever. We need to find those bodies, or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then...
Very well, then let us split up and begin searching. But there is no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case. I know that. I mean, I think I do, but... If you're still nervous, I'll come with you.
Huh?
Okay, thank you. No need to thank me. Well, let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Can there be 2 murderers? Like, I know that a murderer can have an accomplice, but that accomplice won't be able to leave. But can 2 people murder 2 other people, and then both of those 2 get to leave? Is that a thing? I mean, I wouldn't know. Monokuma makes up these rules as he goes. Let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies. Well, if I were 2 missing bodies, where would I be? I think the art room. Obviously. Dead bodies, art, basically the same thing. Sakura and Hina probably were making out before I got here. Huh? This door must be locked. Guys, the door's locked. Could you,
Damn.
We need to search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that? The door's locked. We break it down. Where could 2 dead bodies have disappeared to? I don't know. Maybe the locked door right fucking behind you. Maybe we could look there. I don't know. Just a thought. I guess not. Gambling room? I don't know. Where would 2 bodies go? If I was a dead body, where would I want to be? Not in the gambling room. If I were Taka, I'd be in the hallway. But he's dead. Aw, Taka. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Hold up. There you go. Oh, Makoto.
Come on.
Why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies had been both hidden in the repository. I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? What the hell's the repository? The trash room? Oh. Nope, it's on this floor. Oh, it's that frickin' room. It's that frickin' room that I said they were in. It's that I said it. I said it. Dude. Are the bodies here somewhere? Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked, and then I have no choice but to go inside. Why is it unlocked now? What? So I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... Oh no, is it another murder? Oh, okay, never mind. It's just the same murders. It's the same old boring murders we've already seen. Nothing new here. The two bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time. Ding dong, ding dong. Wait, what?
A body has been discovered.
Oh, no. That bell rings whenever a body is found dead, but we found Hifumi and Taka's body, and neither one, and the bell only rang once. The bell rang when we found Hifumi's body, but not Taka's body, right? Did 3 people discover Taka's body as well? That means that one of them wasn't actually dead before, but now they are. My theory, anyways. Just using that brain power.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Whoa. And so here we are. Without further ado, let me give you the next Monokuma file. I was gonna hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Now make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later.
Okay, see you later. More importantly, why was someone playing dead? That's what I want to know. I have a feeling that someone murdered, either Taka murdered Hifumi, or Hifumi murdered Taka. And then, someone else murdered the remaining one. Which means there's still a murderer around who can kill one more person. And that is important. Okay, see you later! Well now that we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
Terrible.
Dead, gone forever, they're not coming back. Awful, this is just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body. Don't pretend you liked
Who
Hifumi.
would do this?
No one liked Hifumi.
Why? Why?
Probably to get out of here. Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. What? This wasn't...
He's alive again?
Where am I?
Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Solid reference, bro.
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything. Before I met you all. I met you all.
Oh. Also, you know what I remembered? Chiriho in the first chapter said to Makoto when they first talked to each other. He said, "Wait, haven't we met before?" And Makoto's like, "No, of course we've never met before." And they have. They all have met somehow. His memories are blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out.
Don't
to
go
me
towards the light.
like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name.
Gonna say it?
Yasu.
We got a suspect. Probably not the right one, it's too obvious, but we've got a suspect. We've got a lead. The game's afoot! His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Dead for a second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed on his face, there was no second miracle. Reality had set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return, just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said, Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hakagare. The only person he could have been referring to.
So in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people, even killing Taka and Hifumi, and then going so far as to hide the bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Which I don't think anyone's noticed, but there's giant wooden hammers right there that are all missing. Anyways. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends. Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Investigate. In a moment. First, I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotake Shimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it is pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyways. Maybe. Well, there's something else that's been bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko? Kyoko and Yasuhiro have just been missing.
Perhaps.
Without a doubt, she had an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here? Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I, during the first class trial?
Speaking of which...
And we're gonna skip through flashback.
In other words...
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey!
Sorry! Can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget. No matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one Blacken can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words...
Then we only need to figure out who that one Blacken is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Well...
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you needed to determine is the one true Blacken who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true Blacken, so just one person.
Well now...
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the Blacken. Good luck to all the contestants! So there can be only one Blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to the case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then... Kyoko, where are you?
However...
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation. Hi, Leonardo.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible, but for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't think we should consider a certain someone a suspect, just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. What? I'm offended? You, when did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me, and when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would be able to move Hifumi's body. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then,
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless in the investigation anyway. Yeah, we did lose our main bodyguard, Mondo.
it's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? See, that's what's so interesting. They all have alibis, but only for one of the murders. I mean, remember, we weren't all together all the time, you know? Especially Kyoko. I don't know. I don't trust it. But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's gonna be as straightforward as it seems. Nice! Alright, let's examine these bodies. Put on the rubber gloves, people. I'm going in. Taka will never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? There's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind when the body was moved. Nice! Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it? How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. See, it's not so much the how for me, it's the why. Why would you move the bodies to the repository? What was the purpose behind it? If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh. Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. Oh, that's it, his glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now, they're completely clean? Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that, and why? I actually was thinking about Dishonored. I've played the first, and I absolutely loved it. I have not played the second yet. I guess it would depend on you guys. If you want to see me do the playthrough of the first, I can do that and then go on to the second, or I could just move right into the second. It just depends on you guys. I'm so psyched to play as Emily.
So,
Hey, Makoto? I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so Sakura and I stuck together. And when we came to the repository to, look around, but when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked? Yeah, Makoto, you know that. We tried testing the door, remember? And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. The door was locked when we searched where the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret looking in there, but I'll probably have to leave the area to figure it out. Let's look at the hammers! There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some of them are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as models? Either way, all the hammers have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait, for some reason this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Nice! It's a dolly. Doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move the statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh, but wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Alright, we are racking up evidence. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then,
Would you like my help? You know what? Sure. Let's have a quick recap. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but no one showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It became very clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costume assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. And right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect on the 3rd floor. Cryo, in Dishonored, I think you should do a... Well, I already did a no-kill run. You should go for a badass kill run. That sounds fun. I've never done that before. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
however...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office, only to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for the missing bodies, and after some time, Celeste told us she found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we discovered the 2 bodies that apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now. Main suspect is Celeste, for me. Looking back, things have certainly been active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. No, I think I'll be good. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
In other words...
And there was no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb, but do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere. And is that it? That's all that bothers you about this case? Well, no, there are a few things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people? What? Because all the rules say if you kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get find out.
See.
Hold on, perhaps. I see, so that's what it means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation. Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. No, Pichu, Celeste said she took the photo of Robo-Justice. We don't know if she actually did or not. For all we know, Taka could have taken the picture, and Celeste took credit for it. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out, but if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Is that all? There's only one way in and out of this room, through the door Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. The door can be only locked from the inside of the repository, which makes me wonder. If it can only be locked from the inside, it can only be unlocked from the inside. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies, and the door is designed so it can only be locked inside. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there was no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... there's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There's some places I already know about. First the nurse's office and the equipment room. Alright. First the nurse's office. Wait, first floor, right? Yeah, first floor. Anyways, it's not like I want it to be Celeste. After all, Celeste is bae, but it really makes me sad. Like, I don't trust her testimony, you know? We'll find out, though. Oh, hey, Celeste. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, huh? When it disappears, you were supposed to be at the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. It could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple minutes is... I can't think of anything as less than impossible. Alright, we got Celeste's account. Is that behind the trash can? Is that important? It's just a normal trash can. Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. It's got some sort of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Nice! Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After all I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. There you go. Hifumi was the one faking. He spilled a bunch of blood all over his face. But if Hifumi was faking, then it still lands... Who's the person in the Robo costume? I'd say it was Celeste. Doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Alright, now the equipment room. should be upstairs. Which I just remembered I can fast travel. Hell yes. Ooh, I missed it. We still haven't found Kyoko or Yasuhiro. Why is that? Why is that? Is Yasuhiro dead? Kyoko dead? I don't trust it. Until we find them, I don't trust it. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. That is not what I was clicking on. Huh. This tart. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently, too. Nice! There's some kind of tire marks going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that definitely could have been possible. But if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Alright, talk to this girl. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Well, you were useless. Yeah, the weapon would be bloody, but we do have that, very much washed off hammer, if you remember correctly. We've explored both of those places. What's next? So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us... Oh, this is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. Goodbye. He said to go to Hiro's room, but what was waiting for me there? Is it gonna be another dead body? We're gonna find out, aren't we? This is slightly closer. Which one is this one? Alright, it's all the way over there. Second to last door on the right. This door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Oh, wow. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where'd he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up, which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Alright, there's no body here like I was expecting. Let's check the place out. How about these boxes? I think there's something in this cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something made out of what looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hiro's room. But wait! These blueprints, something about them bothers me. You'd find it impossible, but... I don't know. Let's check the bathroom. I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How's the bathroom even get this dirty? Alright, maybe you're right. Maybe there's no third dead body. It's a normal bed, pretty much like the one in my room. Alright, well... that's all there is in here. Let's leave the area. Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran out to the second floor as fast as I could. This is so weird. I don't want to trust what the game's telling me, though, you know? Yasuhiro's definitely wearing that costume, so I have to accept that. Kyoko and...
I mean...
Oh, man, I have had the worst day. Hiro? Hiro?
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What, did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Oh, wait, he doesn't know why he's wearing that. I read that wrong.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed in the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caressed my face or something?
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There's something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. Oh, I can't never mind.
Nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know that people might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, didn't even know what happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't get off by yourself?
You got it all wrong.
I didn't make this stupid frickin' thing.
would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy, but I don't think you can get it off on your own. Yeah, someone's hardcore framing Yasuhiro. We don't really have a choice, let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
More to the point, no one but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Oh, hold on a second.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
Is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made the costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible.
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Kinky. Good idea. We don't want him killing anyone else.
What?
Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little too far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking, blueprints, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hiro running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only person that can wear this costume, so who else could possibly be the costume attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourselves before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a beat, Hina starts putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
You can't bend at the waist. Hold up. I gotta check that out. Well, I don't have that photo. Never mind, I can't check it.
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, Now you're all out of excuses. No. See, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I could wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
Then there's another costume. There must have been one that looks the same, but it fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Nice. Alright, she looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured it out. Someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, what is it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hasumi. What? 2 people?
worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it! I did not! Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed...
How about that?
That's it! I know who did it!
So then.
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hasumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means
right.
Alter Ego and or Chiro must have done it.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate. Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
Oh, I know that note. No? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So.
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Well, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone must have wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us the note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why did you kill him? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for evidence, right? You're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Phew, don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko, Genocide Jack, to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got in a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem.
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey.
So Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell truth far more easily than the living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree? Well, how am I supposed to answer?
Anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then. Show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Wait, that's the library. Whoops! Repository, here I come! Art. If the bodies are gone again, I swear to God. Okay. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
so then,
Well, then let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth and she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey.
Do you remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand? He did?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a what?
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. That would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m., meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. Oh wow. You're right, there's
Makoto.
something white in there. Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he left a few clues of his own. We got a scrap of paper. So, did you find
Indeed.
anything? I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
that's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hid it on purpose, you see. His pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so...
That sounds very familiar. That's it, it's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? I said, oh. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m., but the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning here. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped? Can you maybe explain a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them, so the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Now that there was Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may be a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand, but if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Oh, here we go. Ding dong, bing
Are you
bong.
excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Here we go.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay. I won't lie, guys. I might end up failing this one. So I'm going to go all the way through the trial, and once we finish this trial, that's where I'll wrap up for the night. I do want to tell you, so in addition to the videos that I already have planned, so I'm going to catch up new viewers to where we are now. So I'm going to do chapters 1 and 2 in a recording format. In addition to that, I'm going to do a video dedicated to getting to know each and every character. And hopefully that'll come out around the same time as chapter 2 videos come out. Just so, I don't know, for anyone who wants to see the whole thing, I'll have links in the description to each character, so like, go here if you want to see all of Hifumi's dialogue and whatnot. That'll probably take a while. It'll be a lot of editing on my part, but I think it's something worthwhile. Everyone heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. God, there's so few of us now. As soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Hello, hello, hello! He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. Well, I'm moving so fast it only looks like I'm multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy,
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train! Oh, the elevator. Sorry. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. I told you already, I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find out the other costume or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. It would seem we have our culprit. Ugh.
Hey,
And this isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get in the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first and the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. Let's get on that pain train. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own. Pichu, did you retract your own comment? And the steel box began to move. The clunking in the elevator kept us company as we went further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to the stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up to a cruel fate. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching the climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Oh, one more thing. I'm just gonna tell you now that since I'll repeat this later, but since Chapter 5, apparently the execution is copyrighted, I'm not gonna do a live stream of that execution. That will come in a video. That way I can edit out the execution bit, and I don't get copyright, you know, hit with a giant copyright thing. Yeah, thing. That was the word. Increase the time limit for each phase. I don't need that. Increases influence god recovery. Steadies your aim a little. I don't need that. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire. I don't really need rate of fire, do oh. Increases the speed of memory. I do need that. During concentration, automatically targets the weak spot. Focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration. Increases bullet capacity. Increases damage to the opponent. I do want that. Even low tempos will increase the tempo. Alright. I will get the influence gauge recovery, because I have a feeling that might come in handy later, since I am doing this on hard. Alright, so I finally don't have to do voice acting anymore, but you'll still hear me talking.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Standard stuff.
Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Hi Nagito, welcome to the trial.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times
Crime
do I have to
after
tell you?
crime.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or before anyone else, we have to make that clear. Make your argument. So many of us are dead. Robo Justice costume, Yasuhiro's message, Robo Justice blueprints.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
But the blueprints didn't exactly match.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No. Just hold on a second.
Alright, we're gonna go with the Robo Justice blueprints.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof that you are
What?
the culprit.
What? Fuck you, Celeste!
Hiro, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found, the blueprints, the suit parts,
No!
they are all proof enough.
No! Wait, what? What? That wasn't right? Oh, damn it. What? But the blueprints didn't match up.
Found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
It's not true! It's
Hiro, why?
no! Just hold on a second!
Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are.
What?
It's not
Ooh,
true.
I don't know this.
No.
Ooh, this
Just
may get
hold
bad,
on a
guys.
second.
Alright, I'm gonna go with
Everything we
Yasuhiro's
found
message.
in your room.
No, wait. Oh, the cursor was so. Oh no, it was wrong! Oh. What am I missing? The reason why I used Yasuhiro's message because that wasn't found in his room. It made sense to me. Here records are marked neat and clear. Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the... What? Oh no, I don't know. Maybe
The
take
blueprints,
one.
the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Damn it.
Everything we found in your room.
I'm getting stumped. I am getting stumped right now.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Whoa, I didn't mean to fire that. I am rereading them. I'm just dumb.
It's not true. It's
Hero, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Guys. Oh no.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No! I keep thinking that.
Everything
Oh
we
no,
found in
I
your
didn't mean to
room.
do that.
The blueprints, the suit part that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that. It's not true. It's
Hero, why?
no.
Guys, what am I doing wrong? Apparently it's really bad. I don't know. Like, I don't have anything that, like, negates the statements. Huh. Yeah, Nagito, I don't know either. I'm probably gonna end up failing this trial, this whole trial. Like, I'm wasting all of my hearts on this first freaking thing. Oh. Look at the image, alright? Yeah, I see, the arms... Yeah, I know, the arm's been like that, but, like... I'm confused what it has to do with anything. Alright, hold up.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Fuck!
Shoot! Everything we found in your room. Shoot! Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit part that you are the culprit.
It's not true. It's
Hero, why?
I'm
no.
always desperate,
Just
Cryo.
hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No, wait, already.
that you
Okay, thank
are
God it
the
missed.
culprit.
I already did that.
It's not true. It's
Hero, why?
no.
I know that
Hold
the
on a
Justice
second.
costume and the blueprints don't match, but every time I try and say that, like, the game's not letting
Everything we
me.
found in your room.
Oh my God, I don't know what it wants from me. I'm just gonna keep firing fucking bullets until I get it right.
Everything we found, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
I don't know what it wants from me.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you
Well,
are the culprit.
apparently I missed.
It's
Oh,
not
crap.
true. It's
Hero, why?
I'm,
No.
this is actually making me
Hold on a
mad right
second.
now. This is This is actually making me mad.
Everything we found in your room.
I've almost gone through every
Everything
possibility.
we found in the blueprints, the suit cards, they are...
We did it! I'm so frustrated.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this.
Oh, god damn it. It was the handwriting, wasn't it? It was the handwriting! Wait, I'm looking at the complete wrong thing. It was... Oh my god, I'm so mad. It was the frickin' handwriting! Oh my
It's
god.
the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
What a
So
defense.
Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he is not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
That's interesting.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So,
Of course he passes it
who
off
was
to
in the
me.
Robo-Justice suit?
The Illuminati!
I got it!
Hero?
Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Sure, why not? The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been... Oh, what? I guess I passed it. There it is.
I got it!
There's still one more thing.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with that attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Pretty sure, yeah.
The dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Wow, I've never had someone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change her mind. I've literally been the one that solved the last 2 case trials single-handedly, so she can fuck off. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. God, a new element. Alright, sure, why not? Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient. You're going to see an ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't been a limit on how... From now on, just locking on and pressing the Y button won't be enough. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements. However, you can reload by pressing the X button. You're gonna... Oh my god! If the action just... Okay. But I do have to, because I am playing on mean, or the hardest, whatever. Oh my god.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst.
Oh my god.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst.
Oh, I got her.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Screw off, Celeste. Jeez.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jesus, Celeste really hate me that much?
Anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look back on how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Robo Justice costume, repository dolly, Robo Justice blueprints. Let's see if I'm terrible at this
As
again.
we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push the dolly no problem.
Okay.
So the killer just crouched down and cutted the body.
If you accept everything, you must realize that sorry, I don't think I realized. As we know, and from there.
Yeah, the cop then loaded it onto...
Now, keep in mind...
Well, yeah. All you'd have to do is bend over.
Nope! Wait, what?
Shoot!
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
What did I do wrong?
And from there, the body was moved to the repository.
What did I do wrong?
Now, keep in mind that the...
Well, yeah. All you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push the dolly.
Wait, what?
Stop! Then you must realize that who...
I know I'm right, dang it. I know I'm right. You can't bend over when you're wearing the costume.
And from there...
I mean, yeah, I shot the blueprints instead of the costume, but you know what I meant. I know what I meant.
Well, yeah. But all you have to do is bend over.
Fuck you. Oh my god. I knew what I was trying to say.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
Thanks for subscribing, Nagito.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm glad there's a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
You could just kick it with your feet.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
There you go, Bae.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping your body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance of the costume is taken off just to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid frickin' thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from taking it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please.
Yeah, I was about to say
Have
the
you
same
forgotten
thing.
about the picture that I took?
There's clearly Robo Justice in that picture with Hifumi.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
But, however, you don't actually know for sure that someone's in that suit. For all we know, Celeste and Hifumi could have worked together. We do know Hifumi is basically Celeste's bitch. So, they designed this suit. Hifumi puts it around him, acts like he's being strangled, or maybe he was forced to carry it and Celeste took the picture of him. Or maybe Taka took the picture and that's why they had to kill him. Yeah, that seems about right, doesn't it? I mean, if there's any holes in it, please feel free in the comments to tell me, but that seems about right, doesn't it? Yasuhiro doesn't technically have to be in that suit.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
After all, Hifumi didn't die until later. He was just pretending to be dead. How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Oh, babe, please don't tell me it's you.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it before we rush to a verdict. Shouldn't we explore every single possibility instead of seizing on one viewpoint The truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps. But where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
I love that fucking series.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then. Let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up. So we went to look for everyone. That was around...
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
2 different Nagitos? What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, that strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared.
And then...
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor, to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab...
You know, my only problem...
We ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us.
No, never mind.
And she told us something very surprising.
So 3 people have to discover a body before the announcement goes off. I assume that the murderer counts as 1 person. So if Sakura and whoever the hell else discovered Taka's body, that would count as 3, which would mean the bell would go off. Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to cover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. God, I love the music of this game. I'm gonna put this on my iPod. Broken wristwatch, Monokuma file number 3, Yasuhiro's message.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See?
It's gotta be the wristwatch, right? But where to use it?
So, regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in.
God, I pressed the A button instead of the Y button. I hate this game.
It's true.
Oh my God! Alright.
See? So it's obvious.
I'm so sorry.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in.
Shoot! See, this is the same problem I have with the Phoenix Wright games. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just the game wants me to say it in a very specific way. What? Oh, fuck that! Come on, we know which order they died in because of the wristwatch. I hate this. Come on.
I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed.
Yasuhiro's message has nothing to do.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed while Taka's death.
See?
I swear, I'm about to lose. I'm about to lose right here. This is...
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice.
No, it's wrong.
Whatever.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their
I think I'm
actions.
ahead of this game and it's punishing me because of
So
it.
you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Hangman's Gambit, these are so annoying. Oh my God, these are so annoying. The Hangman Gambit are the worst fucking minigame in this game. Blah, 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 we lost. Good. Good, we all fucking die. They voted for me? Why did they end up voting for me? Yes, I want to give it another shot. This is... Ugh. Hangman's Gambit is the worst minigame. I guess it says wristwatch. That's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, it says wristwatch. Which is what I was trying to say earlier, but the game punished me for getting too far ahead. I need another W. Oh fuck, I missed it.
Now I understand.
Oh, this trial, man.
I've got Taka's wristwatch.
Literally what I was trying to say earlier. This game is the reason I drink.
See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started to stare pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Are we? We've seen this flashback so
When
many
we
times.
heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Huh, I guess Celeste was there. No, that was for the fake Hifumi death. Never mind.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their body. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true.
She's smart.
We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
flashbacks.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
I already figured this out.
What if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another...
Shut up.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Is this game trying to make this like a big deal or something, like a big reveal?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
He wasn't.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Yep. Make your argument. What's up, Nagito? Broken wristwatch, a room bloodstained, Celeste's account. What's Celeste's account again? Let me refresh my memory. Celeste's account. Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Hina left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently they only gone for a minute or two.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you...
Put my ring bloodstained. Not much to do with it.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery and Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement...
Are we real? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually...
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery and now Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No!
Break!
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do
No.
you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when both bodies were discovered.
We heard it a second time in the repository.
I'm so
when
far
we
ahead of this
rediscovered
game.
The two bodies.
I'm thinking on like 20 different levels. Yeah, we already saw that.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet, meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. Alright. What do we got here? Fumi's glasses, repository dolly, repository door. Well, I'm gonna use his
Well,
glasses.
here's one thing we do know.
What was up with the door again? It was locked.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Uh-huh.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Oh wow,
And
it
the
did
next
both at
time we
once.
saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
No, his glasses. No, his glasses! His glasses!
No.
Yes! I made it in time! Oh god. Alright,
In fact, there was one clear difference
hold on, I've been
between
streaming about
Hifumi and the
2
nurse's
hours
office
now.
and the repository.
Give me a 30-second break. I will be right back. God, I am really sorry about that.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Oh, you thought I wouldn't be able to find that out? Nah, man, I'm on this, you know?
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
It was the, no, wait, where'd it go? What'd I do?
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Pretty pudgy princess.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
I mean, they could have been lying, but probably not.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
If he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, it was blood.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
Yep.
He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
But why?
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
Believe
If you're
it.
having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
No. You said you were gonna reveal the evidence. Not me. You said you were gonna do it. I'm tired of this shit. Oh my god. I mean, I know what it is, but I'm tired of this.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his
Yep.
pants?
Yep.
Yes, his pants.
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
See. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Me! I did it! The pants! The pants did it!
Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand
About
what's
what?
going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Damn, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Love this music. Oh wow, we have 5 glasses cleaning cloth, broken wristwatch, blue tarp, Hifumi's glasses, spotless hammer.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter!
Yes, it does.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yep. Oh, fuck you! I hate you! I hate you!
Huffy had the note, then the person it was must have been Huffy!
But remember what time did it...
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Oh no! I just...
Huffy had the note, then the person it was must have been Huffy!
But remember what time did it say to meet?
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No! Hit it! No! Ah, I got it!
No, it's wrong.
You're wrong!
No, there absolutely is a connection.
There is.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
Just a coincidence.
I think that should be plenty to show that this note was
No.
definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that. No further objections!
Suicide Kill is my favorite.
And someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
I mean, I have the proof.
I
Easy.
got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yeah.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
No, you went a little too far.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Gotta be.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was the culprit, would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
No, they wouldn't have.
Wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking
there's
around
not.
that skull of yours after all.
Nope, it's easy.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
No, it's
He's
not.
right, though. I don't understand it either.
I do.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Oh, yeah, you do,
So
Celeste,
which
because you
hammer
killed
was
them.
used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. Make your argument. Broken wristwatch, blue tarp, spotless hammer. Gee, I wonder which one I'm gonna choose. The spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Oh no, I picked the blue
Justice
tarp.
Hammer 3.
Because I'm dumb. Alright, hold up.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
What? What? Pardon me? Alright.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
I have the answer literally right
Justice
here.
Hammer 3, maybe Justice Hammer 4.
I hate you.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
I literally have the answer. I am so mad right
How
now.
was the culprit? How did nobody witness?
Sounds like a Justice. Check out murdergear.com.
Well, the murder weapon had to be one of the just and
I hate this game right now. Are you kidding me? Literally asked, what was used
The
to
murder
kill
weapon wasn't
Hifumi?
a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
but seriously?
I'm so
A
mad.
different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. And for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma Files note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else care. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Broken wristwatch, blue tarp, spotless hammer. When it comes to drinking? Hold on,
Based
give me
on
1
the
second.
rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out, assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
That is.
But that only really in this case, however, there were two murders.
based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried, assuming the rule holds true.
BAM! At least I got that one right. When it comes to drinking, I'm definitely not
Since
a
there were
heavyweight.
two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
I would not say I'm a super lightweight though. Jesus, maybe I should do a stream of this drinking game I found online that I play with one of my friends every now and then. Oh my god, it is the worst drinking game of all time. That actually might be hilarious to watch for you guys. It's torture for me. We've played the game about 8 times, 8 to 10 times, and have only managed to beat it twice. I beat it twice, he's only beaten it once. In the, 10 times we've attempted it. It's insane. Maybe I'll do that for you guys one day. Since there were 2 murders... Oh, he already said that.
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for them, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
He does have motive to murder him.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
I don't know, Celeste. How could anyone be that cruel?
So, I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Effort made to convince us the two murders are the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. I noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at
I
this.
understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debate up until now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
I'm so sorry, Bae, but yeah, you are. I don't want to see you die.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The
Yeah.
idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brain, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
The more she talks, the more Bae she is.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste have in common? Screaming.
Shoot!
Whoops. Okay. Encountering... Oh, yeah, that's true.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
And we got a flashback.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? Why did I start reading that? Freaking flashback.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
The second the voice acting doesn't kick in, I think, ooh, I have to fill this. It's my time to shine. But, like, we don't need the
It
flashbacks.
was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
You don't need the flashbacks because they always reiterate what happened in the flashbacks.
In fact,
they always
Celeste
summarize
was
it.
precisely the one who proposed that we split up. Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just
What they
realized
twist-
another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
And you almost got away
You were
with
with
it.
Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait. Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
I'm impressed if Fumi was able to control his breathing for that long.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
I remember her saying that too.
Oh.
I don't understand what's so strange
She
about
said
it.
those guys before we even told her Taka was
Then pay
dead.
attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Nice.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't
Actually,
make
catch
sense.
that.
It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
The Yakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? E-handbook, Monokuma File 3, Celeste's account. I need to look at Celeste's account again, I'm sorry. Fumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Hina left the nurse's office. They were only gone for a minute or two.
We must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Not Celeste's account. Oops. Sorry.
And that is all I say.
And that's all it takes to finish this. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Well, I tried to highlight the
All
whole...
I said was, we must really enjoying the sight of us staring. We are going to die. And that is all.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I literally already... I thought we already covered this. Why do I have to point this out again? It's pretty obvious.
We are going to die, just like
This is super obvious. Why do I have to point this out to everybody? Are we all dumb? Is it just me and Byakuya?
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
Me and Byakuya are the only ones who knows what's going on. Well, Kyoko too, I guess.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Okay. Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the subject away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Oh, Celeste,
The
why'd
one
you have
being
to do
dragged
it?
off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it?
Why?
I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she can prove there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away, but is it really possible? Damn, I love Celeste. Just shut your mouth and I will explain it to you. Robo-Justice costume, e-handbook, spotless hammer, Yasuhiro's message, Robo-Justice blueprints.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Oh, crap. I always hit the wrong button every time. I mean, you would be able to bend yourself over, so of course you'd be standing perfectly upright.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had you tried to make me look like the bad...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, the suspect, if the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up
Great!
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Yeah.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then,
we got
I
her.
suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh, Celeste.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly! You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
It's weird that he was so... He was loyal to the very end, even though he was dying. That's so
When we
weird.
asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
That doesn't matter.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I don't remember the people's last names? No,
That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I had to do something to make her accept it. Aw, Celeste, just accept that you're gonna die. Robo Justice costume, E-handbook, spotless hammer, Yasuhiro's message, Robo Justice blueprint, E-handbook.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you?
Every ex I've ever had is also like her.
God damn it!
So we share that in common.
Plan to go on pretending.
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
I don't know about that, Celeste.
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yeah. We are.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Oh man.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Then you lose.
Celeste, Can you please just tell us what really happened? Please. Just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because... Until the game's over, you never know what might happen!
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
I always hate these. They're so unimportant. I can't tell what's going on in this, but I guess it's right. What time did the killer call the record? I think that's the only... Oh wait, no. 6, right? Who was it the killer summoned first? Just gotta make sure I'm getting the right picture here. They knock him out and stuff him in the robo-suit to falsify his evidence, and they use a certain item to do it. What time was Taka supposed to head to the equipment room? Oh, wait, I fucked up. Justice Hammer was used to kill Taka. What number was it? Oh crap, I forgot. Number 4? In the library, Afumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. Oh wait, was it the photo? Damn it was the camera, then what was this? Wait, no, that was right. What's going on here? I actually don't know. I'll come back to that. 3. Where's the gurney? What? Where's the gurney? Or is this the gurney? Oh my god, I hate all of this. I hate everything that's happening right now. This is like such a point, like this and the Hangman's Gambit. They're such pointless mini games, you know? The weapon the killer used to murder Fumi, what was it? What was this thing? Alright, I don't know, the blood? I'm so confused. What does this want from me? They knock him out and stuff in the robo suit to falsify the evidence and use a suit and item to do it. Maybe it was the Justice Hammer number 2? And the camera here.
The killer is
this right?
you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
I guess I did it right. Okay.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Oh my god, it makes you go through the whole thing again if you get one part of it wrong. That is so stupid. That is incredibly dumb. Oh my god. It's gotta be the camera. So then... Is it Byakuya's face? Is that the fucking thing it wants? I swear to god if it is, I'm gonna be so mad. That's just not intuitive at all.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, you get to start from where you left off.
Knocked him out and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him. Well, they did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro.
I skipped the line of dialogue.
When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
I knew Hifumi was gonna be a murderer.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story.
Yes, we know this already.
With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our mind that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. He fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
I just want out. I just want out. Come on. Justice Hammer 2?
the killer is you!
I don't know. Oh, okay. Awesome.
While we did that, He left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape.
This is a good plan.
When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Oh no. Celeste.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Oh.
Lost?
I didn't want to have to sentence my own bae to death.
Lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
I never thought this trial was hard, Cryo. I just thought bits of it were annoying because I knew what I wanted to say. It just wanted me to present something very specific at a very specific time.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
If you remember correctly, I said towards the very beginning that it was Celeste. Like, I was pretty positive.
I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
No, Celeste. Oh no, it's not fair. Oh, I got an A as the final result. Are you sure? Okay, I won't question it.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
We didn't lose, but we didn't win either.
The right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
You will see her execution. The only one that I'm not, that I won't be able to show is the fifth one, or the Chapter 5 execution, as someone has told me before. Apparently that one's copyrighted. I'll be able to link you guys to a video, but I won't be able to put it on my own channel. Oh, Celeste, whatever's gonna happen to you, you don't deserve it. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with the plan? But how did you get him to agree? Can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use... you know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about? I actually really respect Celestia for that. She could have been a complete dick and screwed us all over, but instead she's not gonna do that. She's gonna watch out for us.
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you use it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we've had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
are you okay with
It was
this?
Taka. He stole it. What?
So
And
then...
I have proof. Would you like to see it? Cryo, my plan is to do, the 5th chapter, not in stream, but in a video format. That way, I can see what happens, and then I can edit, and then I can do a post-editing. That way, it's not like I'm going to spoil it for myself. As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took the pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for
He
me...
came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for even me to say. He abused me.
What?
What? And he took pictures. He said if I did not do what he asked, he would show them to everyone, so I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime! An absolute crime! I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far! It was amazing how completely he'd bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna fucking kill him!
Most unfortunate...
Wait, please, if you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually...
Taka's planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka's gonna try and kill you. What?!
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard! Bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not! How could I?
I swear!
I have to save her!
Actually...
Then, would you like to join me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I've devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place. So why did you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. Well, that's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you'd actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he barely had held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. No, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up to the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you planned to kill him all along? But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How could a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about
No.
that.
He derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, and it's true. Well, that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began, my only thought has been escape. But all along, you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. Do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In my underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was that dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. I was gonna make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of
This is
decadence.
fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is about. Oh my god. I love her. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made my dream a reality. I got right to the edge,
There
but
is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me if I feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think of nothing else other than sacrificing others for my own needs. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled. I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette. Hey, you just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her. You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black and disturb the peace, it must pay the price.
I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Get everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I don't want to see
I
this.
guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
No. No, not Celeste. I don't care if she murdered someone. She deserves to live. Oh, man. You know, I called it from the very beginning that she would be the one to murder someone. Of course, I'm attracted to the murderer. Oh. What? Oh my god! Oh my god, they're gonna burn her alive? She doesn't deserve this! my god. This is messed up. What? Oh my god. Well, at least they didn't burn her alive, I guess. Getting hit by a car is a little quicker. Still, I was kind of thinking her death would have something to do with her being a gambler. No, that didn't really do it. Oh my god. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets in the outside world, and so more people had to die. You guys are so young. You need to place the value you need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here. You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destination to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? Oh, sorry. How long are you gonna keep making us going through this? What do you want from us? God, I am so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Oh!
How exciting.
Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez, what do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's the key Celeste gave you? Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and
Hey.
said, I'm gonna go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. Check in with you later. Why exactly are you going alone?
So,
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance
Come
camera.
on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still a risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you like. Thank you, Byakuya.
well
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm going to go to the dining hall, okay? Huh, so Makoto and Kyoko are going to go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto! Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Thanks, Hina? I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah,
So then,
we need to get to that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You're really cold.
Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried. Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation? When you do that, it's only natural that you think I'm the spy, right? And you do too. No! I believe in you!
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious people believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too, because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
And maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come, and when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera, and the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Oh, this is the boys' one. Right about what? What the hell's happening? Okay, it's that one. Is there gonna be a twist? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet, but I mean seriously. Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I was being yanked in. Fuck. There's a trap door. At the same time, as I heard the sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back of the wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet, and way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? There's a bunch of files and what looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope Speak Academy Student Registry? It's the only thing here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file, and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation, it's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave, I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? What? A strange sound rang throughout my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it'd been. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. Empty? Gone! It's all gone! The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that's fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room and get some rest. Ugh! My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back towards my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there, and after that... As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound, it's coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? What is happening? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Oh, interesting. Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Soccer was the spy.
But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? The mastermind spy is... And that's the end of Chapter 3. Sakura is the spy. You know what? I have to admit, I didn't expect that. God, only 7 students remaining. To be continued. Oh man, Sakura's the spy. But then who attacked us from behind? What was that all about? Oh man. I mean, the only people who should have known about it is Kyoko and probably the spy, maybe. Did Monokuma know about it? It would seem it would make sense for Monokuma to know about that. After all, he designed the place, right? So he would know if there was a secret back room there. The person who attacked me didn't have the frame of the spy, but... or if Sakura really is the spy, I don't know. All we heard was something about a deal. Maybe Sakura isn't actually... oh god, I don't know. I don't know. If one thing this game does, it constantly defies my expectations of it. And that is the reason that I freaking love this game. I mean, God, Sayaka being the first to die, I really thought that she was going to go the distance, that she would be like the main heroine that you were supposed to protect, but no. Literally the first to go. Literally the first. Damn. Alright, everyone. That was Chapter 3 of Danganronpa. I have been streaming for 3 hours now. And it's been so much fun. Hey, if someone's watching this in the future and they actually made it to the end of this 3-hour video, if they watched the whole thing, please comment below and tell me, because, like, I want to congratulate you. I don't think I could sit through 3 hours of a video, but, like, I don't know, maybe if you broke it into chunks or something. Anyways, that is all the time I have for this video. Hey, if you like what you saw here, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, please comment, please. Tell me what you think is happening, because I have no idea. Unless you already know, in which case, please don't spoil it for me. Just speculations, please. Oh man, this has been Danganronpa, and hey, thank you so much for watching. See ya.